Hey, it's Anthony with Land Title, and I wanted to bring you our first to know Boulder County update for the month of August. And this is some pretty cool stuff to look at here. And I just wanted to share with you just how strong this market really is, right? We saw July kind of bounce a little bit down, and it wasn't exactly what a lot of people expected, but with everything that's going on in the economy and in the market, this is a really good sign coming from July to August, and just seeing that we're trending just as we kind of expected for this year. We're up 15% over last year, 10% up over last month. Doesn't really tell us much other than we're just right on trajectory for what we kind of expected. Last month was a lot like a blip on the radar. The one thing that is a little concerning is the attached product in Boulder County right now is getting remarkably more expensive. Now, I think a lot of this is due to a lot of higher end attached product that's been selling, but it's driving prices through the roof, up 27% from this time last year as the average and 22% for the median. It's getting very expensive in Boulder County for attached product. So that being said, the affordability is kind of going away in many cases as if it already wasn't unaffordable enough. Now, here's one thing to really look at, and this gives us a better gauge on just how much more expensive it is to live in Boulder County than before. And we're up 14%, just like our average sales price or something like that. This number is still way above where we would like it to be. It's way outpacing inflation, which is really good for real estate owners. It just isn't great if you're, first-time home buyer in the market trying to get on the real estate train, right? It also going to create a large increase in taxes and all that other stuff. So something to keep our eye on. We would really like to see this come down from 14% and really come back to, 5 or 6% would be ideal. So something to keep your eye on there. Now, the big question that everyone's asking is what's happening in the market? How is fall going to react? Usually we see rising inventory into the fall markets after July, and we really did see that. But we had a couple of things here happen that no one really expected too much. Now, the number of new listings coming to market slowed, which we could all absolutely expect that after seeing a huge surge in inventory on the market, people kind of hitting the pause button a little bit to figure it out and look. New listings slowed down by 12% over last year, which isn't really that staggering, but we're at 523 new listings coming to market. There's still only 776 active listings on the market, which is 12% up from this time last year, but it's actually down from last month. I didn't expect this to come down quite this quickly. I expected really to see inventory rise through the fall, at least into the fall, and then slowly taper off like it usually does in the October, November, December timeframe. But here we are with some increased seasonality to this wild market. So new listings coming slowed. Buyers didn't slow down as much as expected. So here's what's happening on the demand side. Those pendings and under contracts, they're 435 homes went under contract last month, basically 10% more than the previous month in July. It really is starting to feel some of the strength in that market being back. Now, it is 20% off of last year, but honestly, kind of expect 20% off of last year all year, the rest of the year for our sales. So this isn't really concerning because of those added interest rates and everything else that makes it just a little bit more difficult this year to get homes under contract. But the month supply of inventory is right where it was a month ago. We're now still in that 1.92 months of inventory range. It's 35% above where it was last year at this time and way above where it was the beginning of the year. But this is still a really strong seller's market. And I keep saying that, but it's starting to feel like our new normal. We're getting used to the interest rates. The new buyers that are in the market are, becoming accustomed to that. And it's definitely not deterring them because we still have 435 houses under contract. Now, in the market activity, here's one thing that does feel like a fall market. It feels like the market's slowing a little bit and it's taking things a little bit longer to sell. Average days in MLS are at 25 right now. It was 17 last month. That's up 47%, but 47% being about a week and a half or a week. That really isn't all that concerning to me. What we should be watching for is how fast is this going to rise the rest of the year. It should look a lot like a horseshoe. So hopefully this tapers off a little bit and we see the average days in MLS stay somewhere around that 30 to 40 range by the end of the year instead of any higher than that. That would be kind of what I would hope for, which is kind of what I expect. Now, the percentage close price to list price is at 99.2%. We're finally getting back to reality. As if you can see here, we're still not even to those 2019 numbers yet. So we still have a little ways to go into the fall market. And as inventory should be rising and buyers should be falling like we usually see in a fall market, you would expect that to come down. But with all the news we saw this month, expect this to stay somewhere around this range. I really don't think we're going to see a lot of bidding wars stop, or this market we're in right now where you kind of see things coming at asking price or just below that, or negotiate from asking price to 99.2%. Expect that to kind of keep up all the way through the fall at the way we're going, because inventory will definitely fall off again soon, and that's going to create more of a frenzy in the marketplace. So here we are at a really good time to buy, at a time to sell, which makes a lot of sense still. So I think you can really capitalize on this marketplace if you're a buyer or a seller, but something we kind of need to walk through and help everyone understand kind of where our new normal lands. And it really feels like we're starting to get there. So if you have any other questions, I'm Anthony at Land Title. Hope you enjoyed the first to know stats. We'll see you next month.